What if we do like an intro associated with this ring? The circle. Do you watch that? I don't watch that, but it's relevant. Are you recording?
Gonna sync. What'd you ask me? What's the ring? Like the movie The Ring with the girl?
No, The Circle. But it's like a popular reality TV show. I'm not watching it right now.
I haven't watched the reality TV show since what's that show with the tattoo artist? Black Ink Crew.
Oh God.
That show wasn't too bad.
But I mean, the tattoos were.
Tattoos were bad?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
They may not have actually been tattoo artists. They could have just been like
they just been people, yeah.
Which is fair.
Messy, yeah. That's all
the
you really
best
need.
reality TV show of all time, Jersey Shore, bro.
I'm not really. I didn't watch it that much, but the few episodes of clips that I have seen have been pretty good. The only reality TV show I seen to completion was yeah, dude.
It's a good phrase.
I saw Love Is Blind and Too Hot to Handle. The former was much better.
What
than
about Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
that's reality TV?
That's a real reality show.
It's based in reality.
Fixing my mic, excuse me.
You know, it doesn't have that classic formula where like you have people in a setting being
also
messy.
Like Real World.
Yeah,
Real World was the originator.
Yeah. And I've never seen a single second of that show, but I saw the Dave Chappelle clip or the skit.
I liked was it Made? No, True Life. I like True Life a lot.
Heard of that,
True Life was like they go and film people and they have like either addictions, something going on in their life, or like their occupation. So one episode would be like True Life, I'm a competitive eater, or True Life,
True Life, I'm a real eater.
Yeah.
And they just follow you around with a camera and
they
munch. That's kind of strange.
That's actually probably like the best episode because they have like what's his name? The old Asian food eater. Kobayashi, I think. I don't remember, from like 2007. And then there's like one episode where it's like I weigh 700 pounds.
Oh.
So it gauges between that. And then there's some that are like, I'm a porn addict. I make porn. That used to be a good show. They should bring that back. I think they did try to bring that back, but
I mean, hey,
I don't know. They ran out of people, you know.
They should do one
now. They should do one now. I have an OnlyFans.
Oh, well, two ends of the same spectrum.
They could get like 5 people that do that. All guys.
What do you mean? Oh,
because people who have OnlyFans, it's just such a large number.
Yeah. Because
back then they would like competitive eating. This show came out about like 2005, 2006. So competitive eating wasn't that popular.
Joey Chestnut
I guess
been doing that forever, no?
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody know the Glizzy Gladiator as they coined him last year's competition.
You said because I said
because
you said I was. That's all he says every year. It's just a great day to compete. It's like I'm so sick and tired of him winning, so I'm gonna beat him.
You gonna strap that bib on like it's a cape and get to dethroning him. I don't think it's possible.
Welcome back, baby. Episode 40, podcast. We did it. Episode 40. Remember when we did episode 10 and we were like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, bro. And
that's crazy. It should be a lot harder. It should be a lot longer. We should be at like episode 162. But we'd be stopping.
Whoa.
And now we do one episode a month.
Don't discount the fact that we have like 238 videos on our channel.
That should be more.
Bro, that's a lot.
Times that by 5. At least, nah.
To have over 200, almost 240 videos, and we've been doing this for 2 years. That's a lot, bro.
Nah, it's about to be 2 years later in September. Technically October or November.
So we haven't even been doing this for a full 2 years, and we have 240 videos. Especially you grinding, do it out all the editing, bro.
I don't grind at all, bro.
All right, dude.
I send the videos off to somebody else. I haven't edited a single thing.
All of the labor for this
whole time.
Where you going? China, India?
Yeah, China. I send the footage, but sometimes it gets messed up in the shipping, so that's why like videos don't come out or
shipping.
Certain, yeah,
you just send them and shoot them. In
no,
email?
I have reels. Yeah, it's actually pretty expensive.
Wow. Yeah, I can
So
imagine.
episode 40.
Yes, we're here.
40.
Yes.
We're not stuck in the 30s anymore, but now
Yeah,
we're gonna
dude.
be stuck in the 40s for like 2 years.
We're gonna have our. This is the midlife crisis podcast era.
We went through 20 twice. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. So later on this episode, we have a big thing to announce. The winner of the contest,
Yes.
the 100 subscriber contest.
Yes.
The winner will be winning $5,000. Jelani.
Don't even joke about that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
$50 Amazon.
$50
gift card.
Amazon
Yes.
gift card and
Commission.
Tesla stocks.
All right, stop. Dude.
Oh, okay. All right.
Imagine we give him the $50 in Bitcoin. We should. Nah, let's chill. But
So
yeah.
$50 Amazon gift card
And a
the
commission
drawing drawn by
yeah.
me.
You could do it. You got an iPad. You
I
got an
could
iPad.
do it.
Yeah.
That'd be really upsetting though to the person.
They're gonna be
Imagine.
like, actually, I prefer this.
I mean, yeah, somebody might be like,
Didn't
actually, I
you
like this.
drew a little fan art of Josh, remember? On Twitter.
Oh,
and they got
yeah.
more
that
attention than
was
any of my Twitter
no,
art
that
ever
was
got.
Cake Hoarder. Come man.
Yes.
Yeah, I drew fan art for him off MS Paint, and it got like 2,000 likes. And then I drew one for
like,
Josh,
what,
but
bro?
he didn't see it. Only got like 5 likes.
He was too busy.
Yeah, jacking off, I guess. Being an
Bro,
incel.
speaking of jacking off.
Oh yes, finally.
No.
Okay.
EDP 445.
What about him, bro?
You didn't hear about his situation?
So what?
So
Let me stop.
Nah, so
No, okay. Let me ask you something.
yes.
Didn't this happen before?
Not yes, but I wasn't aware of it at all.
I've heard
Crazy.
like allegations from him, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Lol."
So, this situation, there's no really heroes in this situation, right? So, his
isn't
name,
really.
Eat Dat Pussy 445 on YouTube. This big black guy, late
a large
30s,
man.
late 20s, early 30s.
He's not. He's like 20s. He's not even in his 30s. I think he's pretty young.
And
He looks a lot older than he
looks
is.
like all he does is sit inside,
Watch Phillies game, Philadelphia Eagles games,
watch Eagles and porn,
and porn.
and gorge himself. That's all he looks like he does.
Yeah.
It's this, like the dark circles around the eyes. He's balding.
He is
like,
balding.
The
Yeah.
posture, but and that's besides the point. That's not the focus. This man was caught in a Catch a Predator type.
He was caught down bad in 4K.
All right.
As the kids like to say.
I knew you were gonna say it. But the guys are called the Predator Poachers, and there was these 3 guys, and they expose people. But it seems like they're doing it for clout more than to get predators in prison. And I say that because they didn't collaborate with the police at all. And they waited until the video could be fully monetized to post it. So
I also heard one of the dudes is also a predator.
yes, a predator. And I don't know the details of it, but he also went on live and was calling up Black Lives Matter hotlines and just calling them the N-word, ER, on
That's funny.
live. Like, bro, what is wrong with you?
Yo, that's some Saturday Night Live level of humor
Like,
right there.
And then
Sign him up.
he was like the main one to catch EDP. But like, did you see the conversations? Like, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre because it would range from, "Oh, my sweet kitten," to,
Oh,
I just took a fat dump, and then he sends her a picture of it.
Oh, you meant the
Straight up,
the
yeah,
chats
like, yeah,
between
just
him
straight
and
up
this
like,
fake 13-year-old.
Oh, I will
Okay.
violate just the most wretched, disgusting thing you can imagine.
Yeah, and he would send his pictures of his face. Those are the ones that I saw,
Bro.
of just his silly
And he's gonna
looking
get away
face.
scot free.
Is he?
Yes, because they the way they conducted that investigation, they didn't get the police involved in a way they can like collect the proper evidence against him so that he could actually go to jail. Because whenever Chris Hansen does the Dateline, right, he's working with the police because he's trying to imprison the pedophiles. But these guys were kind of just clout chasing.
What if they were like all friends this whole time?
Oh my God, everybody's in on it.
Yeah,
It's like 3-card Monty. Jesus Christ.
That shit. He was crying. He was like,
Good. good. But here's the thing. He
really
I know he
gonna
was probably
do this
crying because
right
he thought he was he thought he was gonna go to jail, but he's likely just gonna.
He went
lose.
home.
He went home and destroyed evidence. Exactly, bro.
He went home.
He
and
did not get arrested.
He ate some food.
Oh my god. He took a dump. He took a fat dump.
And then sent
Took
it
a
to
picture
somebody
of it.
else.
Yeah, sent a picture to another minor. Like,
I don't
Jesus
know.
Christ,
I don't know his.
bro.
I mean, he's still obviously popular to
I don't
some
think he's-
degree.
I
Not
don't-
anymore.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
But I'm talking about before this happened.
he was still popular.
But yeah, he was a big thing like a couple years ago with like the I beat the fuck out of my dick or the I took a fat shit at Chipotle and don't go in the Chipotle in the mall. Yeah, I remember those videos.
He's only good for a couple quotables, but I remember mid last year, I didn't know about the whole Predator thing. Like, and I know he had previous allegations. I wasn't even aware of them at all. But I saw this video and he was talking about. It popped up in my recommendations, and I don't know what the YouTube algorithm has been doing, like really interesting things since quarantine. And I think it's just because I'm watching more videos, so it's like
Yeah, that's based off what you watch, bro. I don't know what you're getting.
No, I'm not saying it's recommending me watch stuff, but like it's good recommendations. But in this video, he was talking about which gun is the best for home security. And he was just like these liberal pussies. He went on this.
Oh yeah, because like
rant.
somebody came to his house. Like one of the fans came up to his house. And he posted a video. He was like, "None of you, if any of you come to my house, I do have a gun."
Yeah.
Yes, and it was just like a 5-second. It wasn't even no video. It was just sound. So he meant business. And then he proceeded to text this fake 13-year-old.
Like, yeah. The only thing is, I hope that. And this is messed up, but I hope that someone does another sting operation and conducts it correctly so that he can get put under the jail.
You think he's gonna fall for it again? I don't think so.
I think he will. There are people who have been on To Catch a Predator twice.
He might
You
be.
realize that, right?
He might be weary now, and he's like, I'm never gonna text anybody ever again.
No, because he
gonna watch
made
my
like a
Eagles
response video and he was like, "Oh."
So I just took a fat shit and
he was like, "Do I look like a pedophile?" First of all,
he does.
yes,
He does.
yes.
He does look like
But he
a
was just like,
pedophile.
"I'm not a pedophile." Blah blah blah. These fucking bitches, referring to children,
Okay.
want to wear these sexy outfits and blah blah.
He
blah.
said sexy
Yeah,
outfits.
bro. He's
They're bitches though, but you know they're fucking hot.
him under the jail.
I'll give him that.
That's yeah. And
I
he's
don't
an
know,
Eagle
man.
fan.
He's
Going
an
to a
Eagles fan.
different bird of prey. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay. That was quick. I don't know. Just let that sit for a little bit.
You
just
want to let it
quickly-
marinate?
You want to quickly transition, bro? We're not a newscast, bro. Let's just chill out,
What
bro.
are we, dude? What are we? Since you know
like
what
together,
we are?
like
yeah.
our relationship
No,
wise.
I'm talking about the podcast.
The podcast.
Yes.
Well, the Doomcast, 40 episodes in,
Yes.
is a podcast where Jelani and I, me, him, and me,
Yes.
we talk about anything that happened in our week. We talk about anything currently trending at the moment that we have things to say
Oh,
about.
so you mean like current events?
Yeah, sure, but not as like a. We just ran off of EDP, whatever his name is. Quickly, let's go to Falcon, bro. Just let that marinate, bro. Just like
You want to just vibe out?
yeah, just vibe out. It's just like it's like you're reading off a list that's not there, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out right now.
No, I don't feel called out. I'm just gonna chillax a little bit. You feel me?
That's good, and I would prefer you do that. So, anyways, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What about Falcon and the fucking Winter Soldier, dude?
We talked about it briefly. You seem to like it a lot more than me. I was like a bigger fan of WandaVision, but it was kind of just
All right, so
yeah.
WandaVision. I was like, all right, this is okay,
Yeah.
but I didn't understand why people was losing their shit over it.
I think it was incredible.
What was so incredible
I think
about
it
it?
was very
no,
well written,
we're
and
not.
it was
We're not
just-
gonna do
it
this.
was
We're
just-
not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do
Why
this.
not? Why not?
Because then it's gonna turn into a whole Marvel episode.
You completely
An hour
correct.
of
Let's
Marvel.
refrain. Let's just go through it. I want to specifically talk about the finale, and that costume looks incredible.
The costume looks great.
Yeah, they still need to
It
work
just
out
looks-
some kinks.
it
like
just
you were
looks
saying.
weird on Anthony Mackie.
He doesn't look like he has full range of motion, so they still need to figure some things out with that. But
I feel like
straight out of the comics, it looks like.
I feel like they kind of blew their load on episode 5, and then episode 6 they were like, oh, I guess we have to just tie ends in like
What
the
do you
first
mean-
30
what do you
minutes.
mean by blow their load, dude?
So I don't know. It seemed like this episode, series needed like at least like 1 or 2 more episodes to fully divulge into everything.
Here's my thing, as far as my wish list. Here's what I wish would have happened. If we got episode 6, and episode 6 was instead episode 7, and it was the finale, but in episode 6, we get the Dora Milaje training Falcon on how to use the Wakandan tech that he received. Why is it that Bucky, a Caucasian man, has a significantly better connection with Africa than Sam Wilson? It would have been, because he is African American, so it would have been nice to have that Dora Milaje connection, or even I don't know. It was just vibranium wings. It was like the wings he had before, but just vibranium.
I think that's pretty much.
It wasn't anything special. Yeah, I was expecting like
they gave him a second Red Wing.
I was expecting that new Red Wing to look more like a bird because it was Wakandan tech,
Okay.
Black Panther.
Or just give him a bird. Like he
Straight
normally
up,
has.
give him a bird.
Give him an actual falcon. Yeah, which he usually does.
Even crazier, because this man didn't have the serum, and that's why I felt it was kind of corny. Because Steve previously had a fight with Baltrock, and I like how they did Baltrock in this series. I did, but his whole thing with Baltrock when he had that one pretty cool fight scene in Winter Soldier is Baltrock was like, "Yo, fight me like a man. Put your shield up." And he was like, "I bet." He put the shield up, and they knuckle up, and he beats him up. Falcon doing all types of wing kicks and dinking the shield off of his forehead. I was like, yo, that takes away the whole thing. But I think their whole spin with it was that, white boys like Steve Rogers and John Walker get handouts like the super soldier serum, but Falcon had to work hard to win every battle he got.
Well, I think that's gonna be the parallel. So John Walker was like, I'm tired of getting my ass beat. And then he saw that he was able to take the serum and was like, hell yeah, I'm going to take the serum. But Falcon's like, nah, I have heart. So I'm Captain America.
In my opinion, the character that was best portrayed in that show was John Walker.
Okay, sure.
And not to say that he was the greatest.
He's an angry white man.
He was an angry white man. He was a cop, and not only that, but once he took the serum, he kind of turned into like this junkie. He was like, he's always like twitchy. And I think Wyatt Russell plays him really well, and he's getting a lot of hate.
He's getting death threats.
People are hating on his character.
Fans are weird
dog,
nerds.
what is wrong with you? Like, it's not real. It's not real. I promise you.
I'm glad you didn't send the email. You were telling me you were writing up an email.
Bro, it was in the drafts. It still is. I'm
glad. No. I hope you delete that because it's really just not even cool.
I think Wyatt Russell did an excellent job. I am excited to see more of U.S. Agent, and I like that last scene where he was just like, "We might not need a Captain America, but we may need."
I didn't like that scene. I thought it was just like, hey, audience,
it was forced.
This is the U.S. agent.
But just the way John Walker was like, yeah, all right, U.S. agent. So I'm excited to see more of him more than any other character.
Rest in peace to what's his man's name who just got his ass kicked the whole show.
Oh, Lamar Hopkins, bro. He was literally just there to die.
Yeah, he was just there to get.
That got me so tight.
The punching bag.
That got me so tight. And he's one of 3 black characters on the show. Like in the primary characters, it was Isaiah Bradley, who I think was written just so good. Falcon, Sam Wilson, of course, and then Lamar Hopkins, the punching bag, who didn't even have to die because he didn't know his man's had the super soldier serum and he could handle himself.
I thought in the beginning of the finale when he was like, they killed Lamar and Bucky was like,
Lamar's life mattered. Worst line of the whole show.
No, I thought when Bucky was like, they didn't kill Lamar, I thought there was like, he's still alive, and that would be the twist that he just killed the man for no reason.
Oh, I would have liked that.
I would have liked that too, but no, he actually died.
Yeah,
I don't even know how he died. He just bumped into a wall.
He got his chest caved in. He got punched so hard, his organs ruptured, dude. Like, of all ways to die. He was like kind of making a noble sacrifice or whatever, but he got his chest caved in by a super soldier punch, bro. That's
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of tacky and cliche.
Yeah. It was very cliche. But
fighting.
Is the character of Captain America not corny?
Sure.
In its essence, like it's was he not created for propaganda purposes?
I don't know. Why we have to settle for that though.
I agree, but I think they did the best they could with the whole black man as Captain America thing.
Okay, yeah.
And I think they addressed it well.
I didn't even think they were gonna address it.
I didn't think they were either. And and I was preparing myself for disappointment, but I think they handled it well.
I think this show needed at least another episode.
I agree, but same thing with WandaVision. They edited a lot out,
and it just resulted.
The finale was supposed to be 2-3 more episodes. And it just resulted
in shaky cam fight scene, 1-on-1. And it had a Fast and Furious ending where they have a barbecue.
Yeah. It did. I did like the scenes, especially in episode 5 with Bucky macking on Sam's sister, and like that thing he did with I think it was a paint scraper. He was like wielding like a knife. I like that. Or the moment where he was just like,
oh, that's another thing I didn't like. Okay, so he tells. I'm sorry. You continue.
No,
you finish your thought.
Okay.
Sure. You want to go? I'll go, but you can go.
Like, when Bucky was like, I don't always think to use.
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
I
thought that was funny. A nice, quick little.
Yeah. I didn't like how they set up the whole. He killed this Asian man's son.
That was
and
weird.
Then they concluded that arc by him saying he was killed by the Winter Soldier, and that was me.
Yeah.
And then the father says, "Why?" And they cut to the next scene.
No. And he said
that was just it.
No. He said why, and then Bucky said, "I didn't have a choice." That's so vague, bro. I was mind controlled by Hydra.
It didn't seem like it did, because that scene was supposed to be like his redemption.
Yeah.
Like he's coming to peace at himself. But it didn't seem like nothing was solved there. This man's life is still just messed up. He has
closure.
Sure, and then he's like crying,
like he didn't know his son
and then
was
in the
dead,
next scene, and then in the next, but that scene should have been longer. Scene should have just been like, maybe the father's like, okay, I forgive you.
Yeah.
You don't even hear anything from that.
Like it would have felt really unrealistic if the father just forgave him.
Or even if he's just like, get out of my house. I would prefer that because the next scene you see Bucky and he's having a grand old time.
Yeah. Also, he left a little thank you note for his terrible therapist.
Like,
she's not a good therapist. She's such a bad therapist. Like the advice she was giving him, I was just like, what? Every single time she was speaking, but. I was expecting him to be like kick rocks. Sam was a much better therapist for Bucky than his actual therapist.
Because he's Captain America.
Yeah, dude.
He's already feeding into that.
I think this show set him up as Captain America, and he feels like. I look up Captain America. I looked it up. The first result was Sam Wilson, and that feels right. It doesn't feel like forced to anything, you know.
Okay.
I think it feels natural, and that's what this series' purpose was.
Captain America 4, I guess.
Yeah, I have no clue. What did they call it? Serpent Society?
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
But what I did, there was a lot of little details that I think added some stuff. And that's about it as far as I want to talk about the content of it, but. Also the things that they set up for the future, but it was a little offhanded comment. One of the officers in riot gear in the finale, he was like, Sergeant Barnes, and Bucky like nodded at him. So, and it goes to show that Steve Rogers exhibit in the Smithsonian, people like care about the history, and it added more to the fact that Isaiah Bradley got his statue in that, and he might get his justice, but. It's the first step.
Nah, I think he's done. I think his character's done.
No, because his grandson is Patriot.
His grandson, sure.
And it feels like with each Disney Plus series, they're setting up a young Avenger.
The next Falcon.
The next Falcon.
Falcon. Yeah, he's also. Yeah, he got the wings.
What I didn't get with him. He's a mutant.
In the comics, he's a mutant. I didn't know about that one.
So his wings are real.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's not even like Angel where he has arms and wings. I think that his wings
disgusting.
are attached to the arms.
That's gross. Yeah, I don't want that. So I'm glad they're going with this guy.
This is your only like Latino superhero. You're just like gross.
I never cared for Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
I still don't.
They made her worse.
I think they made her worse. Honestly,
she was cool in that
I would rather she just
Zemo,
be a Skrull.
Where they were like all fighting and everything. She had a cool fight scene.
I had hoped years back that she was gonna be one of the Skrulls that would appear and be like, I was Skrull this whole time. They're not gonna do that.
She makes the most sense as a Skrull.
Yeah, she's a bad guy now. She also murdered Carly, which was kind of messed up, and I felt like they kind of just swept that under the rug. Like, I get it, she's a bad guy, but like she just kind of just murdered her in cold blood,
and she just got away.
After
that scene, Sharon Carter just walked away, and then John Walker just walked away. He just disappeared into the crowd like Hannibal Lecter, and it's like, I guess it was just a little bit of that white privilege. Maybe
they should have instantly been like, you have the shield, go, you can't be here. We told you you can't be here. You're not Captain America.
Not even that, but the costume. They said he could have just worn like a different. Oh, he could still be a superhero. They just said you can't be Captain America.
Yeah, and
he's like, no,
Captain America.
He lost his shit, and he had the Medal of Honor in the inside of the shit. Yo, he's out of his mind. And I love John Walker as a character. Yo, he lost it, bro.
Yeah, but that's about it.
I thought the Power Broker, and this was just a stretch. And the only basis I have for this was the fact that Madripoor was in Asia. I thought that the Power Broker may have been the Mandarin. And that's how they wouldn't say it explicitly.
They could have did that.
That's how they set up Shang-Chi, you know. Because I feel like the Disney Plus series, I've enjoyed both of them, but they feel like they're setting things up more than anything. And they're going to pay stuff off in the movies. But I am very excited for Loki. But I don't know. I feel like for Falcon and the Winter Soldier specifically, I was just more excited to watch Invincible every Friday. Okay. Oh my God.
I have to burp. Excuse me.
So they put out the first 3 episodes at once, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I proceeded to read the entirety of the comic in like a week. I that's all I'm gonna say, because let's not talk about superheroes for the entire hour.
Yeah.
If you haven't
watched that
idea. If you haven't watched Invincible yet and you have Amazon Prime, do that. Because next podcast, the season finale is probably gonna hit, and I'm gonna talk about that then for sure.
I'm so excited for that. Anyways, so superhero talk
done.
Don't even say that word. Yeah, that's it. We can't say the word anymore. If we do, if anybody says, no. If here's a deal.
Okay.
If one of us say the word, you gotta give the other person $5 cash app.
I'm broke, bro.
I can't afford. I consent to that. I consent to that part. I consent to that part. You didn't have to say that. You could have just been like, $2.
Bro, $3.50. But yeah, there's plenty to talk about. Yo, and we talked about EDP 445 earlier. What's with all the unethical YouTubers, bro? Like us? Oh my God, no! I think we're the last ethical YouTubers left. Yeah, for sure. But James Charles, also a pedophile, but he consistently.
I don't want to talk about James Charles on this.
We don't have to go into it. We don't have to go into it. But he, on multiple occasions, messaged children.
I legitimately thought he messaged me. I was about to say, why didn't you tell me this, dude? That's pretty cool.
I would have extorted him for clout. I would have been like, yo,
for sure.
Yeah, I won't let this get out, but you just gotta retweet some of the Doom Room's clips, and then we could sweep this all in.
That shit would blow up. That's like if Elon Musk was to tweet out Dogecoin, that shit would go straight to the moon. God. If James Charles retweeted our clips, we'd go to the moon.
We made it. We could move on.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, dude.
How much money do you think you'd have to give James Charles for him to retweet one video?
I think he's above money now. I think he wants.
That's fair. I don't think he would agree to anything.
And we're off brand. He's
that's
like
a shame.
Makeup influencer. But
what's a YouTuber?
David Dobrik. And David Dobrik is different, right? Because I feel like for most of the other YouTubers that were canceled, it's like separate from their career as a YouTuber. Like in their personal life, they did some grimy shit. Like EDP, that wasn't part of he wasn't like messaging the underage girl for a video. He was making his videos, and then when the cameras turned off during his personal life, he's a pedophile.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
David Dobrik consistently extorts his friends for the gain of his channel and his brand, making them do dangerous stunts, life-threatening stunts.
What else is there to gain? He's made like all the money in the world.
There's always more.
He's trying to buy the moon now.
Yeah, but I don't. Did you follow the most recent thing where he like apologized? I
don't think I've ever seen him speak. I know his face, but I've seen nothing from him.
So David Dobrik, I like was always icked by him, but then I saw a couple of videos and I was like, okay, I get why he's popular. I get it, right? And I like the style of vlogs. He like the way he edits them. But that's besides the point.
He probably don't edit them. The way his
that's also true. I didn't even think about that. But he's definitely behind the camera. Like he's
sure.
But he's literally just a puppet master, making his group of friends do ridiculous and messy things, and he's never doing it himself. and leaving himself
okay.
in
Well, because he's
danger.
David Dobrik.
Yeah,
You know?
but
He
he's
can't-
been
he
doing
can't
this for
ruin the
years,
moneymaker.
like making his friend like jump across the pool with a motorcycle and crashing and having to go to the hospital. And I don't know if you know, like he always gives his friends like houses and cars.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're peace offerings because he threatens their life.
I don't know.
Consistently
I
in the
think,
videos.
I think I'd be down with being David Dobrik's friend if I got to cross a bridge in a motorcycle. That's all I got to
Jeff
do.
Wittick, one of his friends, right? He can't see out of his left eye, like permanently.
Left eye.
Left eye.
Well, like yeah, like I don't know. I think I'd be okay.
I'm gonna be whipping this Tesla with an eye patch.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
all good.
much.
Nah. But bodily harm is one thing, and embarrassing your friends, right? Unethical, but not criminal. In one of his videos, he got these underage girls, like children, right? And he gave them alcohol and put them in the room with one of the members of his vlog squad, and they were sexually assaulted. And he just tried to cover everything up and sweep it under the rug. And just now things are coming out, and he made this terrible apology video, like one of the worst YouTube apologies.
Well, they
I've
normally
seen.
are.
Yeah, and he titled it "Less Talk," and he disabled.
Let's
likes.
have a discussion.
He disabled likes and dislikes from being seen, and disabled comments.
Guys,
like,
let's have a seat and talk about what I did wrong. I want you guys to talk about it.
But that would be fine. But he didn't allow any conversation to occur. Like he shut off all opportunity for people to be like, yo, here's what you should do to remedy your mistakes, or like the victims to speak out. Nope, he shut everything down. And then he put out a second apology video where he was clearly crying for
I'm
a
sorry
while.
about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last sorry video.
But here's the thing. If that second video was the first video, he probably would have still had a lot of his companies and a lot of his sponsors. But the fact that it took people pulling out of deals and all of that, yo, you didn't care about the victims and the pain they felt. You care about losing your bread, you know? He's crying because he lost his bread, not, oh my God, how could I put somebody
Well, here's
through
the
all this
dealio.
pain? Like,
Here's the dealio, Jelani, my boy. So with this thing called the internet and the status that he already.
oh shoot, let me take notes.
Okay, yeah. With the status that he already has, it ain't gonna take much for him to get back to that. So yeah, he might be like, he might not be able to afford his next condo, but with a couple new videos, maybe he makes an app.
Oh,
He'll be straight in like next year.
yes.
So shout out to the YouTube landscape. Shout out to the internet.
Yes.
And shout out to people utilizing their clout and their power to their advantage.
But it's
That's a free lesson for you guys out there. If you want any new lessons, you could subscribe to my Patreon down below.
it's really weird. It's weird how like you could just do, and I guess that's why they do the things they do, because they can get away with it, right? But
well, so to them, they've got to a point where they're like, it's whatever. It's like it's not even that big of a deal. They love me. I got money. So it's like it's whatever, you know.
He probably is currently in possession of more money and wealth that I could spend in 5-10 years. So it's like,
no, I could maybe
you
like,
could blow a bag.
yeah, I could
damn.
probably,
Yeah.
I could probably do something with that. But you talk about like the internet and people, right?
And fame.
You heard what's his name? The fella, the white dude.
Jake Paul.
Oh no,
I don't know,
don't
just
talk about
guess.
Jake Paul.
Why not? He's a current event.
What's his name? iDubbbz. They got married. Him and his chick.
A while ago,
I thought they just got engaged.
Sorry, they had a kid.
Oh, they have a kid.
They have a kid.
I didn't know
dude.
that.
A little boy.
I didn't know that, but now they're engaged. That's
Good
pretty
for
cool.
them. But at the same time, nah.
What
He's
do you
icky
mean?
too. iDubbbz, not to the extent of David Dobrik at all, but cancelable offenses here and there.
How so?
Trisha, definitely. Trisha, and they have that frenemies podcast now.
Trisha who? Trisha Paytas?
Paytas, yeah.
iDubbbz?
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah.
You not talking about H3H3?
HGHG is a whole nother can of worms.
So she has a podcast with HGHG and she has a podcast with iDubbbz.
Wait.
I think you're talking about somebody else.
I got confused. Wait.
iDubbbz is the dude.
Ethan. No, see.
Ethan is H3H3.
Ethan is HGHG.
iDubbbz is the fella
Dude, edit
with
that all out, please. I beg.
iDubbbz
so
is
embarrassing.
iDubbbz is the Filthy Frank guy. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm like,
he got married.
Yeah, he just
After
got
everyone was
engaged.
calling him a simp.
Yeah,
That's funny. You can't simp for your wife. Like, that's funny.
she still has the OnlyFans. I wonder if she's ever gonna stop. Probably not.
Why?
But like, what's the like? That's like the new nuclear family, bro. OnlyFans mom, YouTuber father,
boyfriend, yeah. Dude.
But like, does that ever
0.01% OnlyFans creator?
Does that ever like? Does it get to a point where she's like, all right, I've had enough?
No, because here's my thing, right? It's not. Is she even doing like?
I don't know what she does.
Scenes, like, yeah, you don't know. If you're just taking pictures,
I think she just takes
why would
nude
you
pictures.
Stop. It's like printing money. Like, there's no, not to say there's no work involved. Not to say there's no work involved, because especially managing like an OnlyFans page, that's the hardest part. It's harder than like modeling and keeping your body right. But
I don't know if I agree with that. What do you mean? What do you think? You think managing an OnlyFans page is harder than managing your health and your body for modeling? What is there to
I would rather
be
the model than the manager of the page. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what's the manager doing?
Doing probably communicating with the fans, the OnlyFans,
the dudes that jack off to her.
Yeah, because that's like the
40-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much you gotta say to them. I think it's just titties. Here you go.
No, they like to talk.
They like to
converse. They like to converse.
So when one of her subscribers one of her Only Space fans gets a message from her saying like, "Hey baby, you want this new video of me?" It's actually just some dude.
No, they want to talk about their day, dude.
You're not a good subscriber if you're trying to talk about their day.
I'm not one of them. But
I don't know.
Saying.
Would you? Here's a hard hitting question.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Would you be with the girl with the OnlyFans?
Why the fuck wouldn't I? Oh my gosh, are we getting into the podcast discourse? $200 dates. Do you pay for her child's meal if you go on a date with her?
So I think there's two different.
If you pay for the date, does she have to give you time? Dude, we're getting into we finally arrived. This is episode 40. We're here, guys.
So I think there's two different ways it could happen. Mm-hmm. So you start dating a girl and then you find out she already had the account.
Yeah.
Or halfway into the relationship, mm-hmm. She starts one.
Yeah.
Which one would you prefer?
I don't care either. I don't care.
Okay,
but with the first one, she probably already got the cash established, and she got that cash flow, and she could supplement my income because I'm a Let's player and I'm broke.
Well, why do you assume? Okay, well, what if she's had her OnlyFans account for 3 years?
Yeah, so she is stacking paper.
Why do you assume that? Not every OnlyFans account makes money.
You're correct.
What if she gets no money?
But then she has the drive and the motivation to stay on task. That's character. If she's broke, I respect that even more because that's character. Because we've been doing this for 2 years and we don't got no bread.
Okay, so
but there's YouTubers who are rich.
You find a new girlfriend. Yeah. You find out she has OnlyFans. Yeah. It gets no money.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for 5 years.
For 5 years? It hasn't even been out for 5 years, bro. Wait, we're 19. She started it when she was 14.
No.
Oh my
okay.
God.
All right. Let's say you're 20. Let's say you're 27. You're both 27.
Okay, sure.
She's been doing it for 5 years.
Sure, 22.
She makes no money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Will that?
Why was she not making money?
I don't know. There's billions of OnlyFans accounts. Maybe she makes
the market is saturated. But I feel like still
maybe she makes at the most $100 a month.
So we're talking about So she gotta be a top 5% creator, bro.
Then she's making money.
Yeah, she got.
But she's like 45%.
Sure.
Would you see that? See that she's not what she could be?
see her potential.
You see her
And
potential.
then I become her man.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh my God. I would rather be her co-star than her manager. Nah. I could do it.
I think that makes less money than the solo video. I would assume.
I have no clue. But
I don't
think
know.
about how many cucks, you know? Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it. So I would help her get to that next level. I would push her from a top 5% creator to a top 2% creator. Oh my goodness. Speaking of train, bro,
I don't know if nope. I might. I think the podcast is done, bro. What are you talking about, dude?
Not true, but you know, work hard.
Okay.
Yesterday we were driving. It was my whole family in our SUV.
You're driving a train.
And I was what?
You was conducting a train.
Listen, we were driving, family event, and we're in Jersey. That's a big part of
New
it.
Jersey.
Yes. And we're at a stoplight, and we look over, and the window's down in the car next to us, white Mercedes, and there's an interesting canine creature sticking its head out, and it has these bright orange eyes, and it's looking at like each one of our faces. It has a certain intelligence. And my mom's like, "Oh my God, look at that dog!" And I was like, "Oh yeah,
that ain't no dog, honey."
And she was just like, "I didn't know a Chihuahua and a Husky could have and I was like, "Yeah, this is Chihuahua Husky."
That sounds
right. And then she was like, "No, it's not a Chihuahua Husky." And then she rolls down her windows and goes, excuse me. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And then my dad starts honking the horn, and she goes, "Excuse me." And the guy rolls down the window, and she says, "What breed of dog is that?" And he goes, looks straight at her and goes, "It's a wolf cub. It's 6 months."
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And we go, "What? Whoa!" It was like this
while you're driving down the highway going 30 miles per hour.
No, it was at a red light, and we were all stunned. And so he just kept talking, and he was just like, "Yeah, it's 6 weeks old. I'm taking it to get its shots now." And I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on CNN. He's
That's pretty dope, actually.
He's not going to be a mass shooter. He's training wolves for the next,
He's dancing with wolves. Well, that's illegal. Dude, you can't do that.
And he said, he said, and we were asking, he was like, "How did you get it?" And he was just like, "It was imported from Alaska. I assure you, I have all the proper permits in order." And he had these black sunglasses.
I have it right here. I just
dog, yo.
That's illegal. You can't do that,
dude. You can't.
I know physically, yeah, physically, but like, can somebody stop him for that?
He slipped through the cracks. That's that white
going,
again.
He
got that John Walker white privilege.
I don't know. You're kind of like a little like worried and like scared.
I was scared.
I don't know. That's kind of cool.
You would okay.
I wouldn't do it because I don't have the patience or the confidence to do such a thing.
He had the patience, confidence, and strategy.
Maybe
like he had intention.
Maybe this man is like a wildlife preserver. What's the word?
I can only
persevere. Maybe he works with wildlife conservationalist. That's the word.
I certainly hope so. Because
maybe he's like, this is for my job.
Our collective theory, and that was the thing. We only got like more paranoid the farther we drove from that exchange, because then we were like, wait. That thing's gonna keep growing, and it looks like a dog now.
Yeah, and it's probably just gonna be a dog.
Stopping it from eating? No, wolves are different. You can tame a wolf, you cannot domesticate it. And eventually,
who says he's gonna domesticate it?
Listen, when it reaches a certain size,
he's gonna let it go.
Will want to be the alpha.
And then he's gonna ruin its complete life.
That's his pets. That's his companion. Bro.
Maybe he was on his way.
One of those days he's gonna wake up and it's gonna be standing over him like, "Bro, show me your soft parts."
Maybe he was on his way to the airport to go to. He was gonna get his shots, and then he's gonna hop on a plane back to Alaska, bro.
Bro,
you know what? You know what I'm getting out of this story?
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe y'all should have kept to yourselves. Y'all getting in this business. Let's be honest here.
We're disturbing a good American citizen
like
who is
y'all rolled
law-abiding.
The window down. No. Hey, what dog is that?
He didn't seem bothered. Because think about it. He could have just rolled his window up. you know,
which is what I would
and
have done.
ignored it. Yeah,
I would have drove away, even if it was a red light.
He answered every question we had
because he knows what he's doing.
We drove off
wrong.
first
because he knows what he knows what he's doing. Y'all in his shit from the void.
Yeah, he seemed to be. He had a certain level of control of the situation.
You gotta participate in the mind your business challenge, bro. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, stay in bed and mind your business challenge. You're completely correct.
That's funny though. That's really funny. I don't know. It's like if he had like a AK-47 in his back seat, then I'd be like, oh, that shit's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you got to look at the totality of the circumstances, because he could have been a conservationist, but if we had 2 AR-15s in the back seat next to the Wolf
and a Teflon bulletproof vest. Then I'd be like,
he was
okay,
driving
he needs
the car
to be
with one
stopped.
hand, and the other hand he was holding on to the bulletproof vest.
He's putting on the vest. I'd be like, yeah, he needs to be stopped. But he's got a wolf pup.
Yeah.
You don't know the story behind that.
We don't know. We're making assumptions. And you know what? I think this is racial profiling. We think just because he's a white, he's a white man, he's gonna attack somebody with it. You're right. I need to be aware of my biases.
Jesus, dude. Yeah. Like, what's your issue?
Yeah, man. I bet if I watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale before we had that interaction, you know, I would have seen him as an American.
I wish I had something to talk about Mortal Kombat. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat yet.
I haven't seen it either, and I don't have any intention of it.
No, I want to see it. I want to see it badly,
series,
but
right?
yeah.
Like, I'm not really a fan of the game.
But, I just haven't got to it yet. I've been watching other stuff.
Yeah.
Primarily sports and whatnot, because I'm a dude, you know. I'm a man's man.
The only thing I seen about Mortal Kombat was the fact that they were tight about Melina's edges not being slicked down.
Melina kind of looks bad. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bad how? I mean,
she don't look like a monster.
Jax? I think she looked like a monster from the screenshot I saw.
I don't know. I think they need to, because she's like half what is it, a Danian? And that's pretty much like the colored people in the Mortal Kombat universe. Yeah. And she's half Tarkaian, which is Baraka.
Oh, that
so
makes
she
sense.
has like
she has a mouth, but not the
monster. No, she doesn't have a mouth. She has the monster mouth.
That's what I was saying. She has the mouth, but not the claws.
No, she doesn't have the. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there you go.
But she has the size instead of the claws. That's pretty cool.
But I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. Maybe they redeem her. Mm-hmm. But from what I saw, I didn't think she looked that great. Mm-hmm. I thought she just looked like a regular girl that they painted her weird. They made her look messy.
I saw her with the teeth.
Oh, I didn't see that.
She like opened her mouth. It looked kind of creepy.
But I want like actual like fangs, like shark teeth. Yeah, I don't want like vampire teeth.
No, she had.
Okay.
She was looking like Baraka in the mouth. I assure you.
I'm excited to see it. I heard it's pretty stupid, but that was to be expected. Well. I don't know.
It's gonna be campy, dude.
And that's how it should be. Like it shouldn't be like the legend of the Mortal Kombat. Like nobody wants that. People want to see people get like
good fight scenes though. I want to see good fight scenes, but have a little fun.
I'm glad. I like who they casted as for Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They look super freaking dope. Like Scorpion, he just looks like a what is it, 12th century, 13th century? I don't know centuries, but just like a feudal I don't even know if he's Japanese. He might be Chinese. I'm talking about Scorpion, not the actor.
Isn't he from the Netherrealm, dog?
Well, now he is, but he was an actual dude.
You're talking about the actor?
No, I'm talking about Scorpion. Yeah, he was a dude. And
tell me about the lore, dog. Let me know.
He was a dude. He had a family. Yeah. This was like centuries ago, and his family got slaughtered. Oh. And then he went to hell. Then he was like, I'm gonna kill Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero killed my family. But no, Quan Chi killed his family, and he told his Scorpion. Sub-Zero did it, and Scorpion killed Sub-Zero. But then Sub-Zero's brother, Kuai Liang, I think he becomes the next Sub-Zero, and then they become best friends.
Whoa, dude!
Which is kind of crazy because it's like you killed my brother, but I'm gonna be best friends with you.
You slime my bro. Yeah. Now you my bro.
You my bro. You gotta take his place as my bro.
Totally.
Because you murdered him. And that's how this works. See, I'm super excited for Mortal Kombat. I won't watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Besides Invincible, I'm excited to see Godzilla vs. Kong. I haven't seen it yet.
I still haven't seen that yet. Dude, I don't even think it's on HBO Max anymore.
My brother just started this Godzilla marathon like from the beginning.
That's pretty cool.
And they're really fun movies.
They're
like,
fun movies.
I watched the original Godzilla vs. Kong. That fight scene is hilarious.
Yeah, it was so much fun
to watch. And I like Godzilla vs. Kong, the original one, because unlike the reboot MonsterVerse, where I saw Godzilla King of Monsters and I saw Kong Skull Island, it seemed like there was a human story and there was a monster story, and they were coming together.
Yeah.
In Godzilla vs. Kong, it was Godzilla vs. Kong, and then they had some human narrators because they were watching a fight like we were watching a fight.
Because they were literally just like chilling one day, and then they just started fighting, and they were just like, "Oh my god, it's Godzilla and Kong," and they're just standing there watching.
About, like, I want Godzilla to win. No, I want Kong. Like that's more fun.
Because that's how they made those movies. Because they were just like, "This is what the audience is going to be like." They're just going to be like, "I want to see these two kaijus just go against."
King Kong stuff a tree in Godzilla's mouth. Like that was fun.
I'm not too big of a fan. Kong Skull Island, I really liked. I really liked that movie.
Godzilla King of Monsters. Anytime there was human on screen, it was bad. But the fight between Ghidorah and Kong was really cool. I like Ghidorah. Ghidorah was my favorite.
The first Godzilla remake with not the first
2014.
Remake,
I didn't see
the 2014 with Bryan Cranston. That shit was bad.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that. They
my
had
siblings
some.
Just talked about how dark it was the entire time.
They had some freaking like the main character. The main character was like this like stereotypical white dude with like a bowl haircut. And he's just like, we have to stop Godzilla. And it's just like, who are you? Like, who? Like, you're just some guy. And Millie Bobby Brown's in it. And Bryan Cranston's in it.
Millie Bobby Brown's in King of the Monsters.
She's in all of them, yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's like...
It's the Millie Bobby Brown cinematic universe.
This is Millie's world. We just living in it. Let's be honest here.
Forget the Godzilla. Yeah. She gonna get in a size increase array. And she's gonna square up with Godzilla
This is super late. Because the movie came out like last month. But
whatever.
But no. Who you think's gonna win? Godzilla or Kong?
I have no clue. It's whoever the writers decide, but best believe I'm rooting for Big Monkey.
I got Godzilla, bro. Hey. I love Kong. But
Clearly
I think
not.
I think I love Godzilla that just more. Well, Godzilla's literally a super like
whatever.
He's a bomb, bro. Godzilla's just a big monkey. I mean, King Kong's just a big monkey.
Bro, but he got monkey brain. And he's smarter than
pretty
Godzilla.
smart.
He got the intelligence. He could use tools.
What about
when has Godzilla used tools or strategy?
What about
Kong was strategizing in Skull Island.
What about the 2006 Peter Jackson King Kong movie?
I saw I remember maybe
Jack Black
my grandparents watched it, and I was like,
because that was like
something else, and I saw
that was their era when it came out. Yeah, 2006.
That was their. That's when
I think I saw that. I think I saw that movie in theaters back in 2006.
Oh wow,
it's not that great. I don't know. It's pretty much just a remake of the original
Jack Black
man on monkey on Empire State Building, woman in hand. Yeah. It was just that. Yeah. I think it's time for us to make our own Godzilla.
Kaiju?
Yeah, our own kaiju
or
movie.
Specifically Godzilla.
We could include him in it.
I think it's been done enough. We need to make our own.
Nah, it's never gonna be done enough.
They will keep doing it.
They will
forever.
do it forever. Because those are Japan's favorite type of movies. Just giant monster movies fighting each other.
They're very fun. And I feel like our thing in America is like the superhero movies.
Superhero movies or the American hero movies. Top Gun.
Not
Die
now.
Hard.
Maybe then, but not now.
Maybe if he was to like make like a theme. Just in history, it'd probably be American hero. Well, superheroes, Captain America.
He's the only American hero, though.
Tony Stark, bro.
He's not American.
Batman. Superman.
Bro. Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Sure. I don't
know what just happened to me. My nose I just got a sharp pain in one nostril.
I'm gonna clap. I guess we
I said wait. You didn't even give me any time to recover. Good God. Shit.
It doesn't seem like you're dealing with like an allergy issue. It seems like there's like something in your eye that's like eating your eyeball.
No, my nose.
Oh, it's your nose.
It's a little bit of
why are you in pain?
Booger sugar left in there.
It's just lodged up in there.
Dude.
That's the worst. When every breath you feel it just stuck in there.
Yeah, I'm not having a good time. I wish you would have kept it paused so I could have dealt with that.
Nah, I think it's better.
Oh my
God.
It dealt with? I suffer on camera. No.
So then deal with it, bro. We got time.
On cam, bro?
Yeah, we got time.
No. That's embarrassing.
Who is it embarrassing to?
The bad bitches.
Not me.
My 5% Onlyfans future
No,
girl.
Say 72%.
I'll be a male wife.
72%.
I'll be a male wife for a top 5% OnlyFans GF.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my god! What do you want? What do you want for breakfast, babe?
Yeah, bro, I will be her personal chef.
You
I will
said
do
you
the
wanted the
grocery
halibut
shopping.
for dinner,
I will
right?
clean.
Oh, okay. I'll just stop at the store.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, I have to show you my Amazon wish list tonight. So just be prepared. Be prepared. I don't think we started off saying anything, did we?
Zero.
Probably should have checked that. Well, either way, it's scrapped. If it was the funniest thing ever, it's gone now. So before we end this episode off, it's been a good one. We've had a great time here today.
Have we ever had a bad episode here at the Doom Room?
I prefer not to answer that question, but sure. Before we announce the winner of the contest, that'll be the last thing we do. So stay tuned. I have a confession to make.
Oh.
And I really hope this doesn't affect our relationship in any way. Mm-hmm. And I really hope you take it.
I won't.
As well as you could. Because this is really hard for me. But this coming Tuesday, I have an appointment to get vaccinated.
Hey man, it's your life.
That's it. That's all you have to say,
dude. When you turn to a super mutant, that's none of my business.
See, that's what I didn't want you to say. Yeah, this Tuesday I have an appointment to get the first shot. Johnson boys. No, let me stop. You can't even get it now. Yeah. It's off the shelves.
Yeah, and that's what I'm worried about, because that I was never like an anti-masker. I stayed inside. I still stay inside, but it's gotten to the point where it evolved into just staying inside because we got a quarantine, right, for 21 days, and now I am suffering from incredible social anxiety. So I'm still inside. Wear my mask whenever I go out, but that vaccine, it hasn't been tested enough for me to feel comfortable getting it. That's a genuine and fair concern.
That's fair.
So I'm still gonna wear a mask as long as masturbating outside.
I never perceived it as an issue since the beginning, but the other day it was like 70 degrees out.
It was
and
hot.
I no, not even that. I had an itch on my nose, so I pulled down the mask and I scratched. I took one breath. I had completely forgot what fresh air smelled like.
Yep.
I didn't even realize how little air I was getting in the mask. I was about to throw my mask out right then. I was like, yo, I missed this so much. Yeah. It felt great.
But I be getting fresh air because we have a backyard. We're blessed enough to have a backyard.
Spoiled. Yep.
Not rich, not spoiled.
Okay.
But we have a backyard, so I could just sit down in a chair, take in the sun.
Okay, and what do I have?
Breathe with my big old Negro nostrils. Yeah.
So Pfizer gang, Pfizer, whatever the fuck it's called.
Pfizer, the people responsible for Viagra and other pharmaceuticals. Yeah, bro, you gonna get that Pfizer vaccination? Your dick gonna be hard for weeks.
Tuesday, bro.
Nah,
I was a little concerned
what if they accidentally, mix up the formulas?
For the Viagra,
Pfizer is injecting people.
Whatever works, whatever my body accepts,
Yeah, dude.
It's just, I was confused as to how easy it was to get an appointment.
Yeah, that also makes me nervous because you can be 16 and not have an adult and just go and get vaccinated.
Yeah, well, now they're opening up like the just walk-ins. Which I made an appointment.
As a minor, you could just walk in and get injected.
It's a little interesting. They didn't even ask, because I don't know how. I think you need insurance to get it. I know they asked for an insurance card, but I don't know why. Is that for payment? Because the person that I've seen people get vaccinated. And they either don't ask for the ID card or the insurance card, or they do and they just look at it and they'll just be like, "Okay, you're good to go." So it's like, what's the point of that?
We don't got insurance, but it's like that's weird. That's strange.
So I'll next episode I should be fully vaccinated by the next time.
Coursing through your veins.
Yeah, I should be. My tail should have grown
wagging
just a little bit. Yeah, and maybe my third arm. Maybe just a nub at that point.
And your third leg.
Yeah. Well, I already got that, but my fourth leg. So I'll let y'all know how it goes. I've always been well with vaccinations. My body is a temple. So I'm not really worried about the after effects or the side effects and whatnot. The Adobe After Effects.
Pass out.
I just got so tired just talking about this Pfizer, bro. It's almost as if somebody injected something into me.
Yeah, there's gonna be vaccine ninjas just going around, and they're gonna have scanners, and they're gonna be able to see who's vaccinated.
Why couldn't they just make? They should have made the
blow dart people in Trader Joe's.
They should have made it a take-home test, bro. Why I gotta sit in an office to
people
get
can do it wrong. People will do it wrong.
People will do it wrong.
Yeah.
Not all it is just find the vein. I don't even think they put in they just put it in your shoulder.
It's intermuscular. If you inject it directly in your vein, you will die.
Your eyes will start going blue. Flames will just come out of your ears.
You can't do that.
That was pretty cool, though.
You can't do that, bro. And that was the thing. That was a tweet. And it was this guy who said he went to get vaccinated. And the doctor left the room and just left the needle on the table. And of course, you wait for the doctor to come back, right? Nah. He found the vein and injected himself. Oh my goodness.
How did that happen? How did that end up?
I haven't heard anything else from him since.
Because he's not on this planet no more.
No, for the best
He flew to Jupiter, bro.
Oh boy. Yeah, don't inject yourself. Let your doctor do it. You should get it done in like your buttocks or your shoulders, or someplace.
Why isn't the vaccine through your ass cheek?
The ass cheek out because it feels a bit inappropriate, and they probably want to get through as many people as possible.
Inappropriate.
Yeah,
bro.
you could if you have like a big room and you just have a waiting room. You can't have them pull out their ass cheeks in the middle of a room full of crowded people, but they can pull out their shoulder.
I guess, you know, I just think people are just over sexualizing ass cheeks, bro.
I agree. Yeah.
Everybody's got them.
No, everybody's
free the cheek. Let's do it.
Hashtag free the cheek, dog.
Free the cheek. All right, let's wrap this up.
And the winner.
So it turns out the winner is actually Chelani.
Really?
Yeah.
I get to eat tonight?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm so happy for you. I was this close to giving it to me, but I was like, I know he hasn't eaten since Thanksgiving, like a proper meal. So I was like,
well, I had leftovers.
Yeah, those lasted a long time. You finished those like what, like 2 weeks ago, right? Ugh, and you worried about a vaccine? All right, real deal.
Okay.
Real deal. Drum roll. But we want to thank everybody for supporting, everybody for participating, everybody for subscribing, liking, sharing, following, doing all the things you do that make you so cool. And the winner for this costume, don't look at the camera like that, bro. Matt Piston, bro. Matt Piston likes it. Now, Matt, you already know you won, so this ain't nothing new to you. But just thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for participating. This is one of the first accolades of hopefully many in the future. So if you didn't win this time, you will get another shot soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I should have said that.
We'll do the 1K giveaway next.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. Yeah. In February we had 70 subscribers. We now have 123. So that's delicious. That's pretty neato mosquito.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank me specifically. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you over there.
You. Hey.
Because a lot of people don't know this, but we actually record this in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
We just tell them to quiet down at all of our jokes.
Why would we allow them to laugh and enjoy themselves and tarnish our comedy?
Exactly. It would pick up in the mics and it just wouldn't be as quality. So thank you everybody for coming out.
Yeah. We just watch as they hold back their laughs and their tears and the emotional roller coaster they go through consuming the art we create here, and that you get to enjoy as well.
It's quite impressive how they're able to do it. I mean, they say people just whatever they read, they do it. It's true. This goes to show you, we have it on the teleprompter up there that you can't really see in the
And it says
on the camera. It just
shut
says
the fuck up.
silent. Yeah, it just says
shut up. Don't speak.
Silence. That one says I can't say that word, but that one I don't know who put that one up there.
Dang, I thought I could say it, but I forgot. I can't.
Yeah. So,
I can't.
Yeah, that's about it, dude. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Episode 40 in the books. On to 41, on to 42, on to 43, on to 44.
DOOMCAST till infinity, baby.
And then our last episode will be on Judgment Day, really.
Sure.
Yeah. When
We're not gonna repent. We're gonna go to the recording studio.
When it hits the news, I'm gonna call Jelani. I'll be like, "Did you hear? Get down here! Get down here! Hurry up! And then we'll record it. I'll edit it within the next hour, and it'll be out.
Yeah.
And that'll be our
And I
last thing
expect you to watch it as the world is crumbling
with your families or without. You know, if
actually without, and watch it by yourself, and make them watch it by themselves, so we can get the most
extra view. Exactly. So yeah. I've said all that needs to be said. I bid you do.